Hello, this is the 26th issue of Catch of the Day, available on the Branch Talk YouTube channel. Today we'll be continuing with the reading of Doug Mitchell's book, Holy Cow, Holy Dung, based on Numbers 19 and Ezekiel 4. Starting at the top of page 21, we have, of note here is the fact that there are two holy convocations within the feast of unleavened bread, which is called the Passover. Luke 22:1. Wherein there is to be done no servile work, one on the first day, and one on the seventh day. As the command concerning the waving of the sheaf on the morrow after the Sabbath does not distinguish between these two holy convocations, it would be presumptuous to teach that either one of them is meant by the words, the Sabbath. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Psalms 19, verse 13. Furthermore, nowhere in the Scriptures are the first or seventh day of the Passover feast of unleavened bread called the Sabbath. With the use of the article the, as it exists in verses 15 and 16 concerning the morrow after the Sabbath, only the seventh day of the week, the memorial of God's day of rest after the 6 days of creation, is called the Sabbath. Therefore, the morrow after the Sabbath must refer to the day after the Sabbath, which falls within the 7 days of the feast. Were it to refer to any other Sabbath within the year, such would have no significance in the harvest rite, of which it is a pivotal part, that being the grain first fruits harvest. Regarding that particular Sabbath during the Passover week, which Jesus spent in the tomb, we read, "The Jews therefore, because it was the preparation that the body should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day, for the Sabbath day was an high day, besought Pilate that their legs might be broken, and that they might be taken away." John 19:31. Therein we note that the words of the Sabbath refers to the seventh day Sabbath, Saturday, which followed the preparation. The common Jewish name for the 6th day of the week, Friday, of that particular Sabbath, we learn that that Sabbath day was an high day. If the words the Sabbath day meant that that day was the first day of the feast, and thus an holy convocation, there would have been no need to point out that the day was the Sabbath day, the 7th day of the week. For any day the first day of the feast fell on was an holy convocation. What made that particular Sabbath day and high day was the fact that it fell within the holy week of the Passover feast of unleavened bread. Any time the 7th day Sabbath falls within the feast, or a feast day on it, it becomes an high day. Moreover, were the first or 7th day of the feast to be specifically meant by the phrase the morrow after the Sabbath, the Lord couldn't have simply given the date of either of those, being the 16th and the 22nd respectively, as he had done with the date of the Passover, the 14th day at even, and the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the 15th day, rather than possibly leaving the matter ambiguous or open to speculation. He also could have indicated that it was referring to the first day of the feast, or to the seventh day thereof, by using either of those words, but he didn't. God is not the author of confusion. 1 Corinthians 14:33. Also, in the book of Numbers, there is another phrase to consider. That is, "And they departed from Ramses in the first month, on the 15th day of the first month, on the morrow after the Passover. The children of Israel went out with an high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians." Numbers 33, verse 3. Thank you for listening. Take care. Check that out. Good day.